Hello everyone and welcome to Query Lab 1. To get started with this lab you need two files. You need Query 1 instructions file and you need Query 1 starting file database. So you need a database and a Word document that has the instructions. As you see here in this lab we will look at queries, how to create a selected query, understand SQL, structure of the query language, and use query design grids, sort in ascending and descending order, and apply criteria to a query. In this lab here in the instructions it says open the query 1 starting file and save it as query 1. So I will go to, I already have it open. I will go to file and then click on save as, and then click on save as again. I will choose a location where I save my solutions, and then I will call it query 1 without starting file, and then I will save, click enable editing. Then I need to link all tables as you see in the image here. So link the customer, table car sale, and table car. So I will go to where I already have the tables, so I go to database tools, relationships. First I need customers, and then I will need table car sale, and then table car, and then close. I will move table car here to have the same view I have in the instructions. In table customer, where is the key? Can anyone look here and tell me which key can link this table with this table? Which key is the common key between them? Okay, customer ID is a primary key here, and it is a foreign key here. And in the instructions it says enforce referential integrity, cascade update, and cascade delete, and then click on create. Right, now if I need to link these two tables, which field can I use to link these two tables? Between table car sale and table car, where is the common key? Car ID, car ID. Yes, you are right. So you take this one from here, drag it on top of car ID, enforce referential integrity, cascade update, cascade delete, and then create. Now I have my relationship as it is showing in the instructions. Are we all good? Great. Now it says here create a query design. So I need to first make sure that I save. Right, remember that you save that. I will give you a minute to look at the solution. Alright, so now after you finish this one here, you need to save and then close. I need to go to create, and under queries I need to create query design. It says here add table car, so I will click on add and then close. Double click the asterisk. Do you see this asterisk? If you need to see all of the fields, you just expand the table until you see all of the fields. Double click on asterisk. This means that you are selecting all of the fields inside this table to get displayed inside your query. And then it says here run the query. See, everything is displayed. Basically you are just opening the table but using a query. Now looking at this query here, I just need to be able to see what? Do you see here? I need to see only the sold cars. How can I create a query that will display only the cars sold? Anyone? Alright, now I need to change the structure of my query. How do I change the structure of any object? I need to be in the design view. So I will convert to the design view of my query. and this grid here, this is called the design grid. I need to add sold fields to my design grid. How do I do that? Double click or click and drag. So if I double click, now I have sold here added to my design grid. Let's continue read the instructions. It says here in the criteria row for the sold column, in the criteria row for the sold column, type yes and then run the query. Now I can see only sold cars. However, I see something here that I really don't want to see. Just this is not right. It says field 0 and TBL car dot sold. It's just confusing, right? So I need to go back to the design view, and then we already did that. Run the query, save the query as query car sold. So I will click on save. I will call it QRY. That's the naming convention for a query, car sold, and then click on OK. And now we need to fix the column that was, or the two columns that we decided that they are confusing. So to fix that, we need to go to the design view. I am in the design view right now, and then make sure that you uncheck the show box in the sold column, and then run the query one more time. Now if I look at the sold column, it is displaying the field correctly. Are we good on this one? Very good. Now we want to sort the sold cars in descending order of the price. So now we need to add the price field to our query structure. So I will go to the design view, double click on price, and then do you see sort row here? You need to make sure that you select descending as it says in the instructions, and then uncheck the show box, run the modified query, and save the query as car sold. So I will run it. Now do you see here, where is the price? It is sorted in descending order. Now go ahead and save. Now it says display the price in ascending order, so I need to go to design and then change the price to ascending instead of descending. Then run the query car sold one more time. Now look at the price, it is displaying in ascending order, the lowest and then the highest at the bottom. Any questions? If you have any question, you can go to the discussion board and post a question in the FAQ item, and I will make sure to get back at you. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at what we have next. It says here, create another query to display unsold cars and call it query unsold cars. So you need to go to create, and then under query group you choose query. It says here you must save this query here. Create another query. Okay, do you want to create the query in using the query wizard, or would you like to use the design? So let's go ahead and create the query design for now, because we already did the wizard before. So let's focus on the design. Create another query to display unsold cars and call it query unsold. Can anyone tell me how can I create the query? If you don't know, you need to rewind and look at the first query. How did we create it? So now I need to add which table to my query? Table car. Yes, you're right. So I add close, and then let's give ourselves enough room. I will double click on the asterisk. Now I need to get the sold and uncheck the show for sold, and in the criteria, instead of yes, you type no, which means that you are saying I need only the unsold cars. So this is something that you need to watch out for. I know that I did not give you enough instructions here, but I expect you to read how we created the first one and create the query unsold. So now we need to save this one. You will need to click on save and then call it QRY, the prefix or the naming convention for a query, unsold what? Cars. And then click on OK. You have a customer who wants to buy the Toyota Yaris. So let's go ahead and run this query, and I have all of the unsold cars here. That's great. So now I need a customer coming to me asking to buy a Toyota Yaris, and I need to find out only the Toyota Yaris instead of displaying all of the cars that you see here, make and model. So we need to answer a specific question, and that's what makes queries very powerful, to help you answer some certain or specific questions about your database, about your table. In the same query, add a criteria of Toyota for make. So you need to be in the design, and then I have to get make, and then add a criteria that is called Toyota, and then uncheck it, and the Yaris for model. So I need model. Where is model? Here. Double click, uncheck it, and then the criteria is Yaris. So YARIS. Okay, now I am looking for unsold cars with the make that Toyota produced and the model is Yaris. So no, unsold, and Toyota and Yaris. Please keep that in mind. Let's look at OR. We are not working with OR now, so I'm answering a question. Find unsold cars with the name Toyota, and the name is Toyota and the model is Yaris. And remember this keyword, and, because next time we will cover OR. It says here sort the records in descending orders for years. So I need years. Double click on it and then uncheck it, and then sort in descending order. Any questions? So descending will display the most recent years, and we will check that in a minute. Can you answer that? Will descending display the most recent years or the oldest cars that we have? The newest cars or the oldest cars? If you don't know the answer, we will look it up in a minute. Run the query. So I will go ahead and click on run. Look at the year, 26. So that's the newest cars first, and then I have all of the cars as you see. It says here Can anyone appreciate the query by looking at the result now? Yes, it's very powerful. Now you have only 4 records instead of looking at thousands of records that you have inside your database. So now make sure that you have 2 queries: query car sold and query unsold cars. And basically you need to save and submit that to Blackboard. Thank you everyone, and I hope you liked the way queries can help you finding information inside your database. Bye bye everyone.